Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Aston here. Watch out for my interview with Sassy Entertainment. It's very, very sassy. They're trying to make me do this right now, and I've done it. So check it out.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Christine. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. We are Sassy Entertainment. There's going to be two of us interviewing you today. Is that okay?
That is more than okay.
Yep. So I'm Christina.
And I'm Alicia.
How are you
Hello.
today?
I'm very good. How are you both? It's been
Yeah.
a little while.
Yes, good, thanks. So you're currently supporting Jason Derulo on tour. How did this come around?
This came around as we've got a lot of the same team members throughout record label to mainly agent.
Yeah.
And I think it was just passed along to Jason that from our same agent, he was like, Aston's around, he's available, he can jump on a tour, and Jason was like, yeah, definitely get him to jump on board, and we just connected through them, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Is he someone you've always wanted to work with?
Yeah, I think he's definitely, in terms of the industry, in terms of songwriter, performer, artist all around, he's definitely one of the best right now, and it's just an honour to kind of be on tour with him and being able to, see how him and his team tick and what it's all about at that level,
Yeah. Could we possibly see a Aston and Jason Derulo collaboration?
That'd be good. I think definitely we'll definitely get into the studio at some point and do some writing and stuff like that. We've worked kind of through other people, but not actually in the same studio at the same time. So it'd be nice to actually catch a vibe and do what we do best.
Yeah.
So, on tour, what's the best crowd that you've performed in front of so far?
Well, it's definitely been hard to choose. Probably for me, I think last night in Bournemouth was probably my best show.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or Birmingham was probably the best show that I've done. In terms of audience-wise, they've all been really, really great and really, really supportive. And there's been a lot of I think my fan base there as much as Jason's, which is nice.
Yeah. So what's it been like to see your fans supporting you?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been really, really great. Obviously, from many years with the rest of the JLS boys and then going on my own, it's nice to kind of, I suppose, have that next chapter and people kind of still be there to support and, kind of want to stick around, not just for the sake of it and not just to, I suppose, jump on the bandwagon in any way. They're very, very loyal and, there's the most loyal out of a lot of fan bases worldwide.
Yeah. And we've also heard on the grapevine that I Ain't Missing You has been going down a storm on tour. Is this possibly a second single plan?
It has been going down a storm. And it'd be whether it's the next single, it definitely should be one. As from the reaction of people, I think it's the one song that's just kind of got every single person excited in these arenas.
Yeah.
It's it looks like it's a bit of a no-brainer, but it's one of them things where if tomorrow I turn around and write an even better track, then that'll be the next single. But in terms of that's probably in the running for one of for the next one. If in doubt, one single along the line before the album.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. What are your two favourite genres of music?
You give me two favourite, okay? Wow. I've got to go back to my roots really and just be like, I do love just the old school R&B.
Yeah.
That's just like my go-to in terms of if I'm ever chilling or whatever else. I can just kind of jump straight into that.
Yeah.
Or I would have to say, I'm going to say a bit of soul as well. It's always nice to kind of go to some of the throwback artists and hear the soulful part of music and hear people just kind of making making something out of nothing in the kind of environment that it used to be in the studio before I was even born. So it's I probably have to say them two styles of music are my favourites.
Have they helped influence your sound of the album at all?
Yeah, they definitely have. They definitely have, but it's a bit like I know that I'm a pop artist, and I know that what I'm technically good at. So it's a bit like I don't really just want to focus on one sound and be like, okay, this is my sound. Where it's a bit like I'd rather my album be a bit of a showcase for a show and be built towards, something that I want to do on stage, instead of actually going, right, this is my record and this is my sound, and kind of box myself off in any way. I just feel that I can do a lot more than, either behind the piano or stand just at a microphone or do a dance routine or whatever else. You know what I mean? It's stuff that I actually enjoy doing, all them things. So, I just want to add all of that in.
What sort of producers have you been working with on your solo album? Have you been working with new ones or same ones as part of JLS?
New and old. I think, obviously, you go to the old faithfuls sometimes to kind of, feel comfortable and know that you're kind of going to get more than a half decent song. And then it's been nice kind of going into other sessions where I've tested stuff out and kind of seen what works, what doesn't work. But I think from now on, when I'm in the studio from now, I've said to myself this year that I just want to get in the studio just for a little while longer. Really hone in on the album and just kind of be like, right, okay, let me finish this record in a matter of weeks, because I don't really want to just be in and out of sessions and, switching on and off. With getting this done, so I'm going to take a bit of, after this tour's done, I want to take a couple of weeks just to chill and silence myself, and then kind of jump straight into it for a few more weeks and then have it finished.
It's going to be great once it's finished.
Thank you.
You write your own material, so for any aspiring artists out there, what kind of publishing deal would you look for? Is it sort of important for you that you keep your ownership of your copyright?
I think, definitely in the end, I think it is. I think if you're inspired to, get into the industry in any way, it's always a great stepping stone, and publishing companies have always been great to me. Helped me jump into sessions where I'm not a natural songwriter. It's something I've had to learn, and something I've kind of learned off other people. And as I said, my main thing is performing, and I'm not scared to kind of have someone send me a track and say, I think this would be great for you, and if it fits, then I'm like, yep, great. Just because I didn't write it doesn't mean that it's not, I don't feel a connection and it's not me. So if I think but anyone that is kind of, aspiring to be a songwriter, I think it's just about not being scared and, jumping in the 2 feet and just kind of know, you're going to make mistakes along the way, everyone does, but, at the end of the day, if you're hungry enough for it, you'll get where you want to be, Yeah.
And what's important to you when picking your perfect team around you? So what sort of skills and qualities would you look for in your management and say your record label?
I just think understanding is the most important thing. Like I said, I've gone through a lot of speed bumps over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And a lot of changes as well, which has been good. I think in terms of when I was in JLS, everything was kind of running so smoothly at one point. It was a bit like, okay, we're kind of peaking right now. And then we would have things happen and things weren't working out, and then we had to kind of, kind of knuckle down again and take things into our own hands and try and, I suppose, re-establish everything that we kind of earned straight away out of the X Factor. I mean, so it was a bumpy ride, but we learned a lot from that. So which is taking me on to obviously the solo career, where a lot of ups and downs have happened, and I think for 2016 everything's going to be very, very different to what it has been from the start of the solo career. So it's it's just about having a team that understand what you want to do really, and kind of listen to the way that you want to enter and stay in the industry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's important for you that they share the same vision.
Definitely, 100%. I think that's the whole point in anyone taking care of an artist.
Yeah.
That's the creative person that everyone's trying to not please in any way, but trying to guide to get them to their vision.
So we're pretty sassy, I'd say, and hence the Sassy Entertainment. So
You definitely are, yeah.
what's the sassiest thing you've ever done, and how often do you drop that "I'm Aston Merrygold" bomb?
I don't drop that bar too far. I probably try and hide from that bar more so than anything else. I think I don't know, it's like some people see it as somewhat cringe, and it's just a bit, I'm probably one of the people where I can't just drop, I can't just drop that line. It's not.
Do you not ring up a
not
restaurant
cool.
and be like, I need a table, I'm Aston?
No, because that's just a bit like, obviously if I did ring a restaurant and said, oh, it's Aston, they'd be like, who's fuck's that? Who's that? Yeah, what's the point? But no, I've got a good team around me anyway, so I'm not sure whether they drop the Aston bomb at all or whatever else, but it's, one of my dancers are in saying he drops that line quite frequently. Cool. Yeah, so I don't drop it, I think other people might drop it.
Yeah. So we've got 3 Twitter fan questions for you. So,
oh dear, okay.
Shazza JLS has asked, what inspirations do you use when you're songwriting?
You can use past experiences, and I think, yeah, that's great, and it's really real, whatever else. But for me, I like to write a story, and I like to just make up stories and just like kind of go, oh, imagine if this situation happened, how would it plan out, and how would you kind of see it, and whatever else. I literally like to kind of just create some kind of fiction and just use that imagination that I just used to love using when I was a kid, and just kind of run wild with it, because in the studio you kind of got no boundaries, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a bit like you can actually be free and just chat so much rubbish until you actually make it sound like something quite good. Yeah.
And we've got Little Miss JLS who's asked, what was the best fan present that you've ever received?
The best fan present? There's been a lot of great scrapbooks that I've got at home, which are always very, I'm going to say useful in any way, but they're probably very humbling is the right word to say, I think, is because they're kind of not from my point of view, but then they're exactly what I kind of want to see at the same time. So yeah, it's always nice to kind of get them, and get the scrapbooks, and anything personal. I think it's always good, a personal touch from someone that knows you so well without sometimes having ever actually met you. Yeah. So that's always cool.
Mm-hmm. And Mrs. Merrygold JLS has asked what your highlight of your solo career has been so far.
I think the highlight was actually as great as all this, the stages that I've performed on so far have been, and all that kind of stuff. I think actually getting a platinum disc for Get Stupid was quite amazing. In the short space of time that I have actually kind of been a solo artist and been able to kind of achieve that, and kind of be able to appeal to that many people that the song has reached that level. So that was quite an amazing time. So that's kind of made me hungry for a lot more,
Yeah. So what shows have you got left on the tour?
I've got Brighton today, Manchester on Thursday, and the London O2 on Friday.
Yes. So have you had much time to go back home, or is there no rest for the wicked? You continuing with your travels?
Yeah, still continuing. I'm actually going to go home tonight, I think, and just sleep in my own bed, because I'm not too far from London. But yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm just going to just kind of, as I say, going to finish this tour and go away for a couple of weeks and just kind of come off the radar a little bit. Yeah. And then just get fully back into the studio and just finish this record that I want finished now. Do you know what I mean? I've kind of been umming and ahhing for like the last, the better half of 2 years now. So I'm just like, right, it's time to. I've done enough kind of dawdling now and overthinking. So it's just a bit like, right, I'm just going to jump into it.
Mm-hmm. So thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to chat with us.
Okay. Anytime.
We wish you all the best for tonight's show. We can't wait for your album. And remember to stay sassy.
Always stay sassy.
Thank you very much.